was so funny. How are you today? All right, it's Patrice Evans. I'm back to talk to you about my update, my winter wash and go protective style challenge. And I wanted to pick a day where my hair was like looking full and everything. But before we get started with that, I just want to welcome all my new lovelies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to have you part of this family of sisters, of all of us just trying to unlock our joy is what we're trying to do. And we do it through talking about our natural hair care, about our health from the inside out, which affects our beauty, and our lifestyle, where we put Jesus at the center of all that we do. So thank you for joining us. I'm so glad that there's more of us out there that want to unlock their joy in this way. So if you're interested in knowing about how my challenge is going for the winter at the end of January, then please press the bell for notifications and put a comment down there letting me know how your challenge is going. Okay? All right, let me just get started. So today's focus is on what I think has actually been working in this challenge. Okay? So first of all, most of the time when I've been coming up here, I've been showing you what I've been doing to keep my hair healthy. And so what I've done so far is Sunday I didn't do my wash day. So instead, I rinsed my hair. I did a lazy natural routine. I just rinsed the hair out, all the stuff I had in my hair out. And then I went in and I just went back in with my leave-in conditioner from Shea Moisture. And of course, I mixed it in with my conditioning honey mask. I mixed that in with the Shea Moisture. And I put that in. But this time, I didn't put as much. I put a little bit of this. So just a little. I just realized why my cast was so strong that last time. You know how I get. Once I know something's really good, then I put more of it if I think it's good. And I know I did that with rice water. I was doing it very often, and I think that contributed to having any kind of protein overload. So I don't have that problem anymore, thank God. So this video is an exciting video for me. Okay, and I was just gonna keep it to myself, but I wanted to share it with you. I mean, are you noticing what I'm noticing here? I mean, come on guys. Do y'all notice this? Look at this. Look at my kitchen. You know, I was joking to my husband about my kitchen. Like one day, last year, it's so funny. It's a little chit-chatty. But last year, you know, he is amazing. Even though he's not African-American, he's white. He knows so much about our hair. And I'm going to do a husband tag one day where I'm going to test him on it. And he knows all the stuff. But anyway, one day I said to him, so how's my kitchen doing? Because back last year this time, I was trying to deal with that, you know, my crown area is what I mean if you're new to my channel. Everything was looking so good, and then that area was always like dry or just didn't look right. And so he would always help me know what that looks like. He knows what I'm looking for, so he'd be like, no, it looks good, it looks good. And then one day, he said, it looks like he's losing some steam. I can't even say, he says, it looks like it's losing some steam. I don't know why that was so funny coming from a white guy, because he knew the difference. And I was like, what do you mean? It looks like it's losing steam. In other words, everything was looking all flourished, and then that looked like it was like dented in. And then my friend Camille noticed it too. So that's when I realized I was starting to have some problems. I was like, something's not right. And this was like long, and everything was looking so good. So if I looked at you this way, it looked good, but you could tell it was looking thinner back there probably, because that crown area, I mean, I got to do videos on everything I want to talk about. But if we just talked about the crown area, what's so important about taking care of it is that it gives your hair that fullness, especially if you have thin and fine hair. If you can take care of your crown area, it literally gives that hair that fullness all around. Because without that, look at that. If I pull that up, look how thin that looks. But the crown area, and I remember that with my weaves, that area was a very important area to have that fullness in my hair. So when I knew that I had to work on my crown area, I was like, I gotta get this down because it's not gonna have that full, healthy look without it. Good news, y'all. as of right now, my crown area is doing really well. It's responding really well. Look at that. Don't you think that looks good? I mean, I've been really working on this area. It was actually half the length that it is now when I cut it this summer. So it is coming along well. I've been led by the Lord to kind of keep it flat down so that it's not flying away and loose, and it actually is growing so nice. So this is what my hair looks like when I don't have it in my protective style state where I'm keeping it coated, like most of my winter videos that you've been seeing. These are the day. This is like a day when you're not around to see it. I always videotape when I have my hair casted so strong. But I did learn from the last one where it was stuck in its ponytails that even after pulling out the ouchless bands, it still looked like it was stuck, is that I had a little bit too much of my honey in there and I needed to blend it like I did in my video. It's like I do it perfectly and then I try to do more and then I mess up the whole concoction. It was perfect on my video that I'll link up here on my full wash day. Everything I did there is working so well and I need to just stick with it. And if you're a new natural, or if you are starting to kind of veer off of your routine and you've been a natural, stick to your routine. Stick to your routine. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And that's kind of what we do. Sometimes we get lazy and we pull something out. We don't want to do that or whatever. We have to be careful. So Sunday, I didn't do my wash day, but what I tend to do is I'll do it on a Wednesday if I don't do a Sunday. Sometimes I either do both Sunday and Wednesday. I'll do a full wash day on Sunday and then I do a half week rinse day on Wednesday. So anyway, I came on because I wanted you to see the fullness. I wanted you to see my progress. I'm back. This is the interesting part. I'm back to the way I was this time last year, but better. And I promise you I'm going to tell you what's working, what I feel is working, and what I'm going to do to make sure I make it from this point to spring. Because when I went to see my grandbaby's birthday is in February. It's February 7th. And that's when I was in the Netherlands last year. And my hair was looking this good, but I think it looks better now because I think my kitchen wasn't as, or my crown area wasn't as healthy as it is now. So even though it looked good, I had those things I was still working on. I was trying to figure out how to work on. But I went there and I looked at some old videos of me over there, and I remember a video, which if I can find that video, I'll link it here, where I'm talking about how I'm trying to take care of my hair while I'm over there. I remember now the two things that were wrong. First of all, in Europe, the hot water and cold water is like a big deal. They're young, it's their apartment. It takes a while for the water to build up before you can use it. And I've said this a million times. I was spoiling myself in my home, just sitting in there, washing my hair every day, using so much water. But going to my daughter's house, I can't really do what I was doing at home. So I cut down my water thing, but I hadn't developed the new regimen that I have now of how I moisture my hair now. And being low porosity, I couldn't get the heat in my hair when I was over there. So I was putting water in it when I could, trying to keep it. But what I was doing was I was putting a lot of my oil in there. And I was just doing the best I could just to make it through, thinking 10 days ain't gonna make a difference. Let me tell you, it did. And when I got back and put more, I told you the whole story. I can link that over here if you want to know the story. But basically, the update for 2019 on my hair is that I'm back to how I was last year. But the good news about that is that it's better, it's fuller. I have something I can do long term now. I found an answer. And if I went away, now I know what I would do if I was away, and I know what I would do throughout the winter. I'm glad I went through it, even though it was scary, because I came out of it, and I love the way my hair looks right now, and I'm so excited about my hair and where it's going. Now I can learn from that, and I'm like, yeah, hair does grow, everything's fine. You know, I forgot to bring something down to show you. Okay, so let me get to the point here. So basically, the good news is it's back to where it was last year this time, but better, in my opinion. The bad news is it's back to exactly the way it was this time last year. So what does that mean? Did I lose? I didn't grow. You know what I mean? I lost a year's worth of growth when you think about it. So that's what my setback did to me. When you add up what I lost, I feel like that could be 6 inches, right? I could have been here. So, you know, getting myself back on track, all that I had to do, I don't know what I could have gotten or whatever, but I'm just happy to be back to where I was before I went to the Netherlands, and before when I came back, what I did when I came back, and that whole time period. and what I'm gonna do differently here. And if I were to go to a place where there wasn't a way to get as much water in my hair, I now know what I would do. So these are the things that have made my hair as healthy as it is now, and what I'm going to continue to do for the rest of the winter moving forward, and what's, I think, saving my hair. It's really amazing. The main thing, of course, you already know from my wash day, my honey. I'm using more honey for the moisture in my hair. This is not how my hair normally is, because this is not my cast the way it normally is. I put a very little amount of my honey in there. It's in there, but not as much. And I put more of the moisture and some water and steamed it, right? So that's what this is, and banded it. But what I'm gonna get back to when I do my full wash day is putting more honey in there. Not as much as the time when I had a problem with the cast, but the way I did it in my video, and keep that going for the rest of the winter, okay? And then my gel. As you can see, I use it so much, there's nothing in there. So I have to go in my home store and buy myself some more. And then of course I put my my growth oil. So you can get all of these products on AyurvedaCurls.com, and you know that already. If you're new, I use my own products. I use natural products just to update you, because my hair is very fine. I can't blow dry it, I can't perm it, I can't do anything to my hair. It's just so delicate that it just breaks so easily, that's why it's such a big deal that I'm back to square one, to where I was this time last year, and that I want to keep my hair on my head and finally get past the shoulders and get to armpit length is my first goal for by the fall or by the summer. You know, I'm trying to get armpit length. Then after that, I'm going to do bra strap, and after bra strap, then waist. And I think waist is a goal, but ultimate goal. But just if you're new, everyone knows I absolutely love my hair the way it is now. This is like one of my favorite hairstyles that I've always wanted most of my life. So I'm really happy where I am, but I just want to see how far I can go with growing my hair. That's all. But I'm at a point where I'm happy no matter what, because I really love it. I love how it moves. I just love my hair right now. I'm just really loving it. Okay, so this is the other key to what's been blessing my hair. The Q redo, y'all. I'm telling you. Okay, it's not necessarily that the actual Q redo itself and this particular product is the thing. What it's doing is what's blessing me right now. It's cutting down my wash day, and it makes it so that no matter how tired I am, I can still get moisture in my hair. Why was I able to skip my wash day on Sunday, which is something I shouldn't do because you gotta stay consistent, is because of this. I was able to, usually with low porosity hair, you need to get the product buildup out of your hair, strip it, keep heat in it. Stripping meaning strip the product out of it, don't ruin your hair, you know. And I have, when my full wash day, you'll see how I do it and replenish it and all that. But what you're trying to do is get the moisture in there and then lock it in with the oils and with, of course, the sealants and the butters or whatever you use in your hair. So this has helped me. If I were in the Netherlands where I couldn't get the hot water at will, that was the issue, is that it was only available during certain times. So, you know, if I had to go and I had to wait for the hot water, I was missing the hot water. So I was putting water in my hair, but it wasn't always hot. And I need, well, very warm, I use hot water, y'all. So anyway, you can comment below if you do something different, but I use hot water. But anyway, that's what I think the issue was. So isn't that ironic that when my husband said, it looks like it's running, we just noticed that before I did the video. He said, oh, it looks like it's running out of steam. Do you know he was actually more right than he realized? It's the steam that's the key to my hair, right? I always start here. It doesn't get it as much as everything else. This has really helped my crown area. It helped my whole head, but especially my crown area. It's growing nice. It's still a different texture than the rest of my hair. It still needs extra love and attention, and I give it the attention, and I'm used to it, and it's just that baby that, you know, needs that extra little tender loving care and just a little more of your attention. And now the baby's doing fine, and just like the rest of the kids, you know what I'm saying? So all the moms get what I'm talking about. You know, if you wanted, some children need you to be by their side when they're doing things. The other ones are like, no, leave me alone. You know, and this one needs me to be close by, and she gonna act right, but she just needs mama to be close by and just keep her nice and nice and moisturized the way she needs to be moisturized, not the way it's more comfortable for me. So you know what I'm saying? So you gotta really parent your hair and be a good parent to your hair, and really treat all the different textures and the different parts of your hair the way it needs. Not the way you want to, but the way it needs to. So it's not about products that you like. I liked rice water. It doesn't matter. If my hair don't want it, that's all that matters. You have to be listening to your hair, loving your hair, letting it tell you what it likes, right? If you've been with me long enough, you know I've been saying this for a long time. So this has been a godsend. $70-something. I think it was like 72 or something. Got it from Amazon. Like I said before, I have seen some reviews. The reason why I think it kind of felt, you don't hear a whole lot about it, is because a lot of people were complaining after a year of having it that it wasn't working or something like that. But I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to just see if I can take good care of it, and I will call the company. I love the letter they send you guaranteeing and all that stuff. I have a feeling that I'll have an opportunity to talk to them if anything goes wrong, and they'll probably help me or something like that. So we'll see. But right now, you know, this was a very smart invention. I'm surprised we're not still talking about it. We're such a fad. Everybody's so much on fads that you just lose sight on the things that were working. For instance, y'all, okay, let me see if there's something else before I tell you my for instance. Okay, I do want to tell you one other thing that I'm going to be focusing more on, that I've upped my game with. But until then, for instance, when I came on here talking about my natural hair regimen and what I needed for my hair, I started with the growth oil, right? Because I can't take products. I learned right off the bat early in the journey that I can't do eco styling. I know my hair. I hear it. I'm a wash and go girl. I love those shiny curls and everything, but I could tell something wasn't right with eco style. Done. I didn't do it. I did the Caravera. I can't remember what it was. It was really nice, but I said, that's it. I'm going to go natural. I was looking at YouTube channels of all natural, and that was the trend. And there were big gurus here that were doing it. And so I thought, I want all natural. And we were all about, if you can't eat it, then don't put it in your hair. Remember that trend? Well, now we're not interested in that. I don't know why, but guess what a sister's doing? The same thing. I'm not going to change just because trends have changed. My hair can't take all that stuff, and I want to know what's in it. So I've still been doing my natural stuff. I believe my hair made it through this year because of that. So that's why I made my own product line. And even a lot of YouTubers are making their own product, and I definitely applaud them. I think that's amazing that we're doing it. But what I guess I don't understand, and maybe you could help me understand that, and maybe it's just easier to do it on a mass level, but why are we pulling away from DIY and natural when we do our own stuff? I guess maybe it's about the business and patenting and all that stuff. Anyway, I just decided to just do natural, continue to do natural. I have a gentle preservative in here, but what happened? If the Ayurveda worked, why are we stopping, you know? And if honey conditioner works, put honey in there and get a mixture of honey in there. And you know what I mean? This has a lot of natural things, aloe vera, flaxseed, marshmallow. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still going natural with all of this stuff, and I have the clay, and I have to. I have a few products that are store-bought. One is my shampoo, and I still use the deep conditioner sometimes, as you probably saw in my wash day routine, and I have the Shea Moisture leave-in. But other than that, I'm trying to go natural because I'm trying to take care of my hair. So don't stop it just because it's not a fad and because a lot of YouTubers aren't talking about it anymore. I guess they're doing things for different reasons. Maybe it's business reasons, but don't sleep on it. We still need to do this natural DIYs. If you're not doing it yourself and it's too much work for you, I've already done them, so you know you can buy them from me. You know, you can either do them or buy them from me. I mean, and I pray over all my products, so that, because I'm with you. I get it. This is not an easy journey. Okay, so that was my side note. Stick with what works. Ignore the stuff out here that's just all over the place, and the people who are product junkies and all that stuff. You know, maybe they have strong hair. They can handle it. And you know, if you are on my channel because you're like me and your hair is very delicate like mine, then keep that in mind, that we can't do everything everybody is doing. Do you know how it breaks my heart that I watch all these rice water videos and I want to do it too? And it's like, you know, but I'm like, until I figure out how to do that with my hair properly, I'm leaving it alone for now. And just a little side thing about rice water, it's still an amazing thing to do. It's just that my hair is so delicate, I don't know how to do it. And I don't need it. I'll do it when I can and when I need to. Okay, back to our challenge. So this is one of the things, and the other thing is trimming and getting the single strand knots out. I got some new shears. you guys need to get that and go ahead and pull through that point in my video when I talk about moisture. That's when you want to start cutting it. Let me just tell you something. Be careful with looking at all the other videos here. And one of the big gurus ended up having a setback from this. 2, do not blow dry your hair just to cut it. You could literally damage and have a full setback just from one blow dry. I'm just gonna say don't do it, okay? Do a twist out, pull it, I don't know, find natural ways to stretch your hair out so you can cut it. Don't blow dry your hair. If you have hair like mine, just say goodbye to ever blow drying your hair again, okay, if you want to keep it on your head. Setbacks are no joke. We work too hard to deal with these setbacks, okay? So I would encourage you to stay away from blow drying your hair. Find the natural blow dry. Oh, there's lots of videos on natural straightening your hair, naturally doing it, banding. You know, one day I'm going to show you how I do, I'm going to learn myself and then share it with you how I do the threading just to straighten my hair, maybe. But I like my hair like this. I don't like it straight. I don't need it straight. Anyway, but if I decide to, I definitely will share with you how I did it. So take some shears and cut the single strand knots out. If you're new and you don't know what that is, it's when the end of your hair, when you go like this, it doesn't slide through. You get this like knot. You can feel them, these tiny little knots. So if, let's say this had a knot right here. So I would take that little piece, maybe just one strand, and just clip right at the knot and do that. That's called dusting, okay? That's what you should be doing regularly. I think that's part of what I'm needing to do to get past the shoulders. And I can see a difference. I can pull my fingers through my hair more when I do that because it creates lots of knots and problems. Okay, so don't forget to be doing that and don't go crazy, but just dust. And then when you feel that you need a cut, usually that's when the ends are starting to look really frayed and thin and you can see through it. That's usually when it's time to start trimming some hair. It's really hard to see single strand knots and split ends, in my opinion, when you have curly hair, kinky curly hair. To me, that's really hard to find, but you can see when it's starting to get kind of pitiful at the end, as my husband calls, losing some steam. And that's what I had to do. I had to cut all the hair off, but thank God it was growing as I was cutting it, so I still had a lot of full hair. The front was still doing really well and up here, so that helped me a lot. But this is what I want to tell you about my updated winter wash and go protective styling challenge, where I am with it. It's very chit-chatty, and I want to encourage you to keep going. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep the growth oil in your hair for strength. Keep moisturizing it and stick to your routine. If you did like me, then make up for it. If you missed a day, make up for it sometime during that week. If you're new, hydrate your hair first. If I can get the video when I started, I will link that here. If you're new natural, that's when you need to be doing the hydration method, trying to get your hair hydrated first. Once it's hydrated, then you can see what it naturally, what it looks like in its healthiest state. From there, you can taper off, but you want to continue to keep it moisturized and steamed if you are low porosity, or, you know, keep that moisture in there and keep a regimen. Trim off ends that are bad. Seal in the moisture, stretch it. These are things that we've been all talking about forever. One of the other things I think is a no-brainer, we all know this, but just in case you're brand new, you want to keep the satin scarves on in the winter so it doesn't rub against any wool or any cloth that you have on. You want to have it on your head when you're sitting back on chairs, Starbucks or wherever you are. You want to cover your head in the winter with satin in the inside of the hat. If you need to put your bonnet on the inside of your hat, do that. And when you go to bed, you want to put a satin bonnet. You want to have satin pillow. I do both just in case. And just be smart. And you got to file your nails so it doesn't pull on your hair, which you saw in my last video. I noticed that it did. So I had to go get them done, like shave them so that they don't, make sure you keep them from having nips so they don't pull out your hair. So those are all the things that I want to talk to you about. I love you very much. I hope your challenge is going well. We're going to keep this going until spring, first day of spring, and let's see if we can make it through this winter. I'm doing a rinse to wash and go. You go ahead and do your protective style, or you can do wash and go. Comment below on how you're doing. I'm here with you. I haven't forgotten about you. Stay tuned for a video on my greens. I'm going to link my video on me having juicing with a blender. That's what this is. I'll talk about losing 8 pounds in 8 days and how I do that. I want to give you a recipe of my chili, turkey chili, very healthy. So stay tuned for that. And I'm probably going to give you some bonus videos this week. And it might be the chili, I'm not sure. Comment below if that's something you would like to know about for the Super Bowl weekend. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. Keep Jesus a part of your journey. Don't give up. We can do this. I don't care what's going on. You can make it. If I can make it, you can make it. We just can't give up, okay? I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.